What up, guys? How are we doing today? You are on to Goalbreach TV, and I remain my humble self, Malechi Gavas. And today we have a lot to talk about coming from the world of football. First off, we'll be looking at the fixtures and the match results from the weekend. There were a whole lot of giants laying over the weekend from the EPL and the German Bundesliga. We'll be talking about that. Also, we'll be looking at what's happening in the transfer window, who's buying and who is selling. We just have 6 days to the end, to the close of the window, and we just have a little while for most of these clubs to get their signings across the line. Let's see who and who are still fighting their way to get those signings across the line. Then we'll be talking about the Carabao fixtures that will be taking place this week. We've got a big match coming up this week. Want to know what that match is? Just stay back, relax, and I'll be back with you. This is Goalbreach TV. Alright, now let's talk about the matches that took place over the weekend, and let's look at the result. There were some serious giant slaying that took place over the weekend, and we're looking at that in no particular order. Let's first look at the EPL, the Premier League, the English Premier League. And first of all, we have a Manchester United who almost lost at the Amex Stadium to Brighton, thanks a last-minute penalty that was awarded to them after the final whistle. Yes, there was a handball, and the referee gave that as a penalty with the help of the VAR right after the final whistle has been blown. I've never seen that before. It's the first time, and Bruno Fernandes dispatched that with aplomb, and Manchester United ran away 3-2 winners. Man City were not so lucky. Their noisy neighbours, Man City, were not so lucky with theirs. They were trashed in their own backyard by Leicester City. Yes, Jamie Vardy leading with a hat-trick, winning Manchester City 5-2. They were defeated 5-2. It wasn't a good one for Pep Guardiola's men. I think the issues in defense actually reared its ugly head in that match. And other fixtures that took place, that they were West Brom Chelsea. Chelsea were also lucky to get away with a draw. They were 3-0 down to West Brom, but goals from Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and Tammy Abraham saved them from their blushes, and they were able to run out of a 3-3 draw. Also, Tottenham took on Newcastle, and that ended 1-0. Sheffield United lost to Leeds at home. Burnley also lost to Southampton at home. Both matches ended 1-0. Crystal Palace lost to Everton at home too. That ended 2-1. West Ham defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers 4-0. I think that this weekend wasn't a good weekend for FPL managers, that's Fantasy Premier League managers. They would have actually had a whole lot of points dropped because of most of these players who we expect to perform didn't live up to expectations. Like for Wolverhampton Wanderers, we had Raul Jimenez scoring at the back of his own net, putting the ball at the back of his own net. That won't really have done any justice to the Fantasy Premier League, especially those managers who picked him or who have him in their squad. Then the big one took place on Monday night as far as the EPL is concerned. Liverpool versus Arsenal at Anfield. Arsenal went there with the hopes of getting a victory at Anfield for the first time in 4 seasons, but that didn't come to pass as they were defeated 3-1. Yes, they gave a good account of themselves. They actually took the game to Liverpool, but very, very bad finishing, profligate finishing from Alexander Lacazette, who missed 2 clear-cut chances. He actually got the goal for Arsenal, but he missed the 2 that followed up. If not, Arsenal would have been lucky to probably get a draw or even win that match, but they couldn't. They were behind 2-1 for majority of the second half before new signing for Liverpool, Diogo Jota, settled the match once and for all, with making it end 3-1 to the Reds. Alright, the giant slaying didn't end in the EPL. Yes, we still had further giant slaying in the German Bundesliga. And who were the people who suffered this? Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. Yes, Borussia Dortmund were beaten by Augsburg away 2-0. And Bayern Munich, who actually decided to rest Lewandowski for the first time in a very long while. Probably he said he was tired, and they paid for that because they were also defeated by Hoffenheim 4-1. They were defeated away by Hoffenheim 4-1. It wasn't really a good weekend for some big sides in Europe. Hopefully, they will do much better next week. All right, let's talk about transfers. Yes, and I just want to bring us back up to speed with one transfer that would have actually, in case you missed out on it, actually, it has to do with Luis Suarez. Yes, in my last podcast, I talked about his issue with Barcelona and how he fought or was pushing for a move to Atletico Madrid. Yes, he actually completed that move and had his debut over the weekend for Atletico Madrid against Granada in a match that Atletico Madrid won 6-1, and the young man was able to actually cap that performance with 2 goals and 1 assist. When you talk about a very good A1 performance on your debut. Then also we had Barcelona also played Villarreal and won that match 4-0. Messi had a goal in that match, but it wasn't a match for Messi. It was a match that as a youngster, hopefully the person will take over the mantle from Lionel Messi when that Argentine is retired. Ansu Fati actually gave a good account of himself, scoring 2 goals in that match too. Then Real Madrid also were able to win Real Betis. They went away to Real Betis and won that match 3-2. It was a very good match for Real Madrid. We have Sergio Ramos also bagging a goal along with Federico Valverde. It was a wonderful match for the Los Blancos. Now let's look at the news. The stories making the headline in the world of football, and most of these news stories will be emanating from the transfer news, the transfer stories, transfers, rumors, and there's a very big one that has been dragging and lingering for a very long time, and we don't know how this is going to end. Yes, I'm talking about the side who were defeated by Liverpool on Monday night. Arsenal, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Yes, they've been trying hard to get Hossem Aouar from Lyon and Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid, but they still can't find a way, and time is actually running out. As I said earlier, we just have 5 more days to the close of the transfer window. Will they get these guys over to North London in time? Let's see how it pans out. For the transfer for Hossem Aouar, Lyon president came out and said that gave Arsenal an ultimatum, and basically every other team that's looking to get one of their players, like Barcelona trying to get in Depay. But I feel that this ultimatum was basically targeted at Arsenal. They gave Arsenal till Friday to get in Hossem Aouar. If they've not placed a formidable and a tangible bid for Hossem Aouar on or before Friday, Jean-Claude Aurier says that Hossem Aouar will not be sold again to probably next for this transfer window. So Mikel Arteta and Arsenal have up until Friday, as far as all else is concerned, to get Hossem Aouar. Then talking about Thomas Partey, the struggle still lingers. Yes, Atletico Madrid wants to get Lucas Torreira from Arsenal on loan. Arsenal is trying to put in Thomas Partey into the deal, which Diego Simeone and his bosses, his executives are saying, no way, Thomas Partey isn't part of that deal. You have to give us or offer the release clause, which is £45 million or no deal. So Arsenal is struggling with those two. Will they be able to get those players? Who knows? But the truth is they actually need those 2 players, because their midfield was nothing to write home about at Anfield, and they will need those players, especially Hossem Aouar, who will give in a creative edge which Arsenal lack at the moment, and Thomas Partey, who helps screen the defense, do a better job compared to the players they have on hand, Mohamed Elneny and Granit Xhaka. So let's see how that goes for Arsenal. We hope Arteta gets his players across the line. All right, from one club who is looking to get their man to one club who have finally gotten who they wanted. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Mikel Arteta's former bosses at Manchester City. They've been looking for a perfect replacement for Vincent Kompany, who left the club 2 seasons ago, and they finally got their man. Is he the person to take charge, or is he the person to cover a gap in defense? What am I talking about? Talking about Ruben Diaz from Benfica. They were able to wrap up that deal, and it was worth £62 million. He's right-footed, and hopefully he will be the perfect partner for Aymeric Laporte in defense. Their defense will actually in 6s and 7s at over the weekend when they hosted Leicester City. Now we have Ruben Diaz coming in to shore up the defense, and let's see what happens. At least from next weekend, we'll see if this was a very good deal for Manchester City. We hope they've gotten who they wanted and they were able to shore up the defense and give Liverpool a good run for their money this time around. And finally, let's look at the Carabao fixtures that will be taking place during the week, starting with Tuesday. Tuesday, we have a big match coming up, a London derby. Tottenham will be hosting Chelsea, and the Carabao fourth round fixture. Let's see how that goes for both sides. We have a Jose Mourinho trained and prepared Tottenham side. Their new signing, their superstar signing, Gareth Bale, who returned to the club, won't be ready to take this match, play part in this match, because he's still out injured, at least till after the international break. So we'll hopefully probably see Harry Kane, Son Heung-min, Lucas Moura, and the likes. Will Dele Alli have a chance to take center stage this match? He has been left out of previous matches, and there have been rumors of him probably leaving the club before the transfer window closes. Let's see how that goes. But will he be part of this match? Who knows? On Wednesday, we'll have Newcastle taking up Newport County, Burnley taking up Manchester City, Brighton and Manchester United have a rematch on Wednesday. Everton will take on West Ham. Then on Thursday, we have Brentford against Fulham. Aston Villa will host Stoke City. Then we'll have Liverpool take on Arsenal at the Anfield again. Will Arsenal be able to come back for revenge and finally get that victory away at Anfield? Hopefully, let's see how it goes for them. Just if it won't be a sequel of what took place on Monday night. So this is as much as I can take for today. Hope you had a lot of fun. Thank you for listening, for watching, and I hope you had a whole lot of fun. Remember to follow me and follow Goalbreach TV at goalbreach.com on Instagram and at Goalbreach on Twitter, and follow me at Malichi_Gevas on Instagram and at Mr. Malachi on Twitter. The accounts are in the captions of this post. I hope you had a lot of fun. I did. Hope to see you on Friday when I'll give you the recap of what happened during this week. I remain Malichi Gevas, and this is Goalbreach TV.